Welcome to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland varsity soccer. I'm Gabe Leikerman. Alongside me is Aditya Welling, and we're set for kickoff between the Wayland Warriors and the Acton-Boxborough Colonials. As Wayland will kick it out of bounds, it'll be Colonial ball at around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Gabe, it's a great day for soccer. Cool breeze outside, and let's see how these teams can do.
As the ball is popped up into the air, and Wayland will try to win it. Here's Chris Nunn approaching, and it's going to be won by Sanji. Sanji plays a ball. It's intercepted by Acton-Boxborough. They're going to try to dribble it, but Caples wins it back. Caples with it in midfield. He switches play to Garrett Spooner. Spooner looking to find a teammate here. He plays it in. And it gets cleared out. Chen wins it. And here comes Caples, and Caples falls to the ground, no whistle. And here comes Chen. Chen passes it to Caples. Caples plays it into the box, but the Acton-Boxborough goalkeeper gets his hands on it.
Yeah, Gabe, let's see how both teams, start out here early on. An early goal, especially, in high school soccer, as we know, is huge for a team's morale and how the game ends up.
And here's Acton-Boxborough's goalie again with the ball. And he punts it up to about midfield where Charlie Johnson wins it. Here's Sanji. He has the ball now. He's trying to dribble, trying to find a teammate. He's going to pass it, and it'll be intercepted by Boxborough. And Sanji wins it again. Here's Caples with the ball. Caples had Ben Chen wide open, gives it to Sanji. Sanji sees Garrett waving his arms. He's wide open, gives it to him. Here's Garrett up the sideline. And a great stop by the Acton-Boxborough defense, which seems to be a whistle.
I think it was offsides.
I think it was offsides too. And that is played out of bounds, and it looks like it'll be Wayland ball, and Garrett wants to throw in from Dresden's.
Yeah, no doubt early on, looks like Wayland is spending a lot of time in the AB half. Let's see if AB can flip that around or if Wayland can capitalize on one of these chances here.
Chen to Sanji. He whips it in, and it is cleared out by Acton-Boxborough. And Johnson with a great header over the Acton-Boxborough attacker to win it. Oh, and it's played in. It's a one-on-one. It's a breakaway, but Andrew Zhao, the senior center back, wins it from Acton-Boxborough, and it'll be a corner after a saving tackle right there.
That looked like a goal-scoring chance to everyone here, but Zhao was able to make a play on the ball last and forced his corner. This is the first real opportunity AB has had here today. Let's see what they do with it.
Number 6 is going to take it, and that is Kevin Morse. Kevin Morse, the senior.
Yeah, this AB team looks like it's only filled, for the most part, of seniors and juniors. From what we can see, only 2 sophomores are on this team. In contrast to Wayland, who are filled with a lot of juniors and a good amount of sophomores and even a freshman.
Here's Miguel Cast. He loses possession. He's fighting to win it back. Miguel playing really physical, and it's going to be Acton-Boxborough ball. AB player looking for a foul. He doesn't get it, but Miguel does get a talking to from the referee.
Yeah.
Miguel, a new student to this school. He's actually from Chile, but his family got a job here in America for at least a year. So Miguel is a new student here at Wayland High School, and Wayland soccer definitely opened him with open arms.
Yeah, no doubt. Me and Gabe, we have a lot of friends who are on the team, and they've said he's added as you can see there, a physical side to this team that is much needed, especially with the departure of Daniel Beatty, who was maybe the aggressor for the team last year, a very skilled player as well, who left, unfortunately, the team to pursue playing for Revs Academy.
And that's really good for him. Obviously, Wayland will miss him. He will be missed, but that's really good for him, a really good opportunity for him to really take this sport further. As Charlie Johnson will track this down, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it to the Colonial attacker. Colonial is pushing it down the field, whips it across, and Johnson wins it. Acton-Boxborough not happy. I think it might have been a handball that the refs could have missed, but Caples now gives it to Chen. Chen swings it out to Spooner.
Yeah, AB's, after early on being on their back foot, has gotten some chances now in the Wayland zone, but Wayland looking to create something here, but a giveaway there.
Here's Nunn, or that's Dressen's winning it. Here's Spooner clearing it up, and a miss, and there's Miguel with the header to Nunn.
Nunn slips there. Could have been a chance.
And now
number 10 for Acton-Boxborough there, Cameron McKnight, a senior.
it's going to be whipped into the box. Sanji goes up for it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick, the ref's signal.
And in goal today for Wayland, Jake Crawford to start. Wayland has two goalkeepers, Jake Crawford there, as you see, and as well as Eric Hebert. So Jake Crawford is, for now, their number 1, and Jay Crawford actually had a great preseason. Wayland actually was in a main tournament in which Jay Crawford saved 3 penalties. So, he's riding high here, and let's see if he can carry this on into what I believe is the first game of Wayland's regular season.
It is the first game, and his momentum, like you said, we hope it carries on, and to be honest, I think it will. Jake's a really hard worker. He really works on his game. He really cares about it, and he puts a lot of time in. And now Acton-Boxborough on the attack. This ball's gonna ricochet. Spooner's gonna save it. He does. He's gonna kick it up the field to Nunn. Nunn gets pushed in the back, and there's gonna be no whistle there.
I believe one was called there, yeah.
Whistle.
That's, you can see early on both teams really physical. That was a hard shove in the back. Obviously a whistle was called there, but that could set the tone for how this game plays out.
And here Caples is gonna have it at the 50. Okay. And Sanji, he's going to have it at the 45. He's going to pass it back to Chen. Chen working it around. He's really been the distributor for them, really getting the ball and swinging the field of play to get Acton-Boxborough running. Spooner whips it across, and it's going to go right into the hands of Jack Hudson, the senior goalkeeper.
Yeah, Wayland's gotten a bunch of balls into the box, but haven't been able to capitalize on any of their chances. So let's see if they can get one here.
Oh, there's Miguel. Miguel Cast. He plays it through to Chris Nunn. Nunn with a little bit of a grounder, and Jake Hudson makes a routine easy save.
Yeah, he had to go lefty there. Nunn, obviously a brilliant attacker for Wayland, just wasn't able to get enough on that. But good chance there.
Johnson has been playing well. No, it's early, but he's been playing very well. And there's a whistle there as Jackson Dressen's got pushed in the back. He fell over, and here's Chen. Chen plays it out to Spooner. Spooner looking to make something happen. He gives it to Nunn. Nunn has Golden over the middle. He chooses to give it back to Spooner. Spooner gets it off the Acton-Boxborough defender, and it goes out of bounds. And here's Chen, who's going to be taking the throw in here. At least it looks like. And yeah, he's going to get a running start. That's why he's on the track. Chen's going to throw this one all the way into the box, and Nunn makes a diving attempt, but Jack Hudson with a routine save, which he's had a lot of those today. Wayland haven't put the pressure on the goalies early.
Yeah, only one shot for Wayland, but they've gotten way more opportunities than AB has so far. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Turns one to Garrett with a great tackle. Spooner makes a great play on the ball. And here's Chen. Both players hit the deck. Chen gets up first, but it's going to be a foul on Acton-Boxborough.
Yeah, again, Gabe, we see physical play from both teams. Let's see how that carries on as the game goes on.
Here's Nunn with 2 defenders on him. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to dribble. He's going to hope to beat him. He stops it, but it rolls out of bounds. Unlucky for Nunn.
And a goal kick there. But again, Wayland put in the pressure, maybe not on the goalie, but on that back line of Acton-Boxborough. If they find a break and get a clean shot off, it's going to be up to them to finish it. And as you see, Ryan Prince comes in, I believe the first sub of the game for Miguel. Prince is a junior. This team is just like Acton-Boxborough, very junior and senior heavy, but do have some sophomores and a couple of freshmen playing right now as well.
Wayland has 1 freshman on the team, who is Alex Crawford, brother of starting goalkeeper Jake Crawford. So hopefully the soccer success carries over for a couple more years, as Alex Crawford looks to be the future of Wayland soccer.
Yeah, and a little bit of confusion there, but it looks like it will end up as a goal kick. Yeah, so Gabe, as we see early on here, it looks like Wayland's trying to attack both sides, get crosses in the middle. AB hasn't had many chances, but the couple they have had have seemed to look better than Wayland early on. How do you think they're going to cash in?
Well, I think the Wayland just has to Just has to shoot better. And I know that sounds really standard. That's what everyone should say. But really, they've been getting the opportunities. They've been putting the pressure on. As you said, Acton-Boxborough hasn't been as much in their half as Wayland has. So it's really just about Wayland's finishing. They've got to, if they finish better, they will go up in this game.
Yeah, no doubt. And a nice little pass game there between Luke Caples and Ryan Prince, and they get into the box. I believe that's Jackson Dresens, and he's not able to do much with it there. But it comes back to Wayland. AB's had a lot of giveaways here early on that have kept Wayland in their half. And a shot by Caples, and it's off the post.
Off the post. Nunn has it, and it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Chris Nunn gives Wayland a 1-0 lead, but it looks like it's going to be offsides. Chris Nunn can't believe it, and neither can the Wayland Warriors. But wait, I think it actually is a goal, but I see people's hands on their heads. So we're not sure, but it's going to be offsides.
It's going to be offside there.
Luke Caples with a screamer from about 20 yards out hit the post. Nunn was there, and he was offside. It's a brutal call. But Wayland, bright spot, getting chances, just really unlucky.
Yeah, you see Johnson again there at midfield, being really physical, trying to get ahead on the ball first. That's what Wayland wants to see. Coach Gavron likes his players to be physical and likes them to make extra efforts at the ball.
And now, Acton-Boxborough putting a lot of men up.
Yeah, they haven't had many opportunities on the Wayland side, as we've talked about. See if they're able to do anything with them now.
Now, Acton-Boxborough from the 40. He's going to go to kick this one into the box. He will. Johnson misses the header. Here's 13. And it will go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick, looks like. And now Ryan McDonald checks into the game. And I'm not sure. And Garrett Spooner will come out. He'll place Garrett Spooner at left back. Here's Zhao. Zhao plays it to Sanji.
Yeah, possession-wise, Wayland looks to be about 70-30 so far in this game. They've really kept good control of the ball, and a
Prince
brilliant...
whips it in, and Dresens can't get on it. Jack Hudson was really poised there in goal, really not making any mistakes as he punts this one, and Sanji's too short to get it. It's size advantage honestly looks to be pretty even, but Sanji's just a shorter player. He is younger. He is only a sophomore.
Yeah, Wayland trying to build up again here. Get it onto the flanks.
Makes one man miss. Caples, a brilliant ball to Mack. Mack crosses it in, and it is an easy stop. But that actually, I think he'll be offsides here. Yeah. The refs on everything as Acton-Boxborough will get clearance.
Yeah, and just an unfortunate call there on that goal-scoring opportunity. Caples had a brilliant shot. Looked like it was going to go in, actually. Hit off the post. Wayland rallied to the ball, but just an unfortunate call there. See if they can get another opportunity like that.
Caples out to Prince. Prince, he loses the ball. Gets stolen by Acton-Boxborough. Gets stolen by number 6, who is Kevin Morse, who's really we've said his name a couple times already. He's been having a good game. And here's Zhao. Zhao back to Johnson. A little bit of a tough pass for Johnson to control. He gives it to Sanji. Sanji gets it off the Acton-Boxborough player. That's a very good play.
Yeah, and Kyler Mera, number 12, is the senior for Acton-Boxborough, who seems to be up front, and he's applying pressure to that Wayland back line a few times that they've had to put the ball back upfield.
Throws it into Zhao. Zhao looking to switch the field. He has McDonald on the way on the other side. He gives it back to Crawford. Crawford will play into midfield to Nunn. Nunn, who's moved back from striker. I think he's taken center mid. And now he plays it up, and Dresens is going to try to get on this. And he will not. It'll go out of bounds, and the call is...
I believe it's a...
Acton-Boxborough.
Oh, no, it is a Wayland throw-in.
It's a Wayland.
Dresden's able to force a throw-in there for Wayland.
It's a real goal-scoring opportunity here.
Yeah. I believe it's Ryan McDonald who will take the throw here. And
he'll give it to Golden. Golden a poor touch, and you can tell he's frustrated with that one. Bit of a miscommunication between Mack and Golden there. And now Jack Hudson, who will take a goal kick, but he'll actually give it to his center back.
Yeah, and you look on the sidelines there, Gabe, across the field. Looks like Wayland has way more substitutes than Acton-Boxborough. Looks like Gavron might have more of a chance to get fresh legs in there, especially as the game, winds down and kids are getting tired.
And here's Sanji winning the header. Nunn to Mac. Mac's going to lose the ball, and he'll win it back. He'll play Golden up the field. Golden passes it back. A bad pass, but Chen recovers. Chen's going to look to get rid of it. He's actually going to dribble through the defense. He's going to take it himself. Chen makes it past 3 people, gives it to Dresens. Dresens cuts it back. Bit physical play, but Acton-Boxborough does win it.
Yeah, that was great play by Ben. Pretty much brought it all the way from half field up to the box by himself. Made a pass off to Dresens, but wasn't able to get a corner in.
Here's Golden. Golden's going to lose it, but it's actually going to be out of bounds. Close call there by the referee, but they're clearly calling this game here.
Yeah, refs are on it early on. See how Wayland adjusts.
Puts upfield. Mac misses it, but there's Chen to recover. Alright, he's going to throw it up. Zhao defending, and he's going to get this one. Mac gets it. He's going to force it. He's got 2 defenders on him. He plays it to Johnson. Johnson looking to play in the middle of the field. He finds Caples. Caples sees Prince, and he finds him. Easy completion. Now Prince one-on-one with Morse. Gives it back to Caples. Sanji with a brilliant run, but Caples plays it a little too far. You can tell he's frustrated, shaking his head.
Yeah, but Wayland's done a great job building it out the back and getting it onto the flanks to try to get balls into the box. Just that time, a little too far to be able to build.
And now throws it into Caples wins it. Couldn't even have time to say his name. But now Acton-Boxborough kicks it upfield. Zhao pass it to Chen. Chen back to Johnson. Johnson has Mac wide open, and he finds him.
Yeah,
Mac.
just again an example of how Wayland's not panicking in the back, not trying to do too much, just trying to pass it around and get the ball up to their midfielders.
Chen back to Mac. And you know, Chen's been doing a really good job. There's a reason why he's the captain of this team. In midfield, you can't afford to lose the ball, otherwise bad things happen. Counterattacks and often goals. And Chen has really been controlling this game. As Sanji, he sees Mac and he tries to find him. Mac does run onto it, gives it to Golden. Golden runs into the Acton-Boxborough defender. He blocks the clearance, but Acton-Boxborough will clear it, and Chen intercepts it. He plays into the box. He sees Prince, but Jack Hudson just too good off his line. Quicker to get to the ball.
Yeah, neither goalkeepers had, you know, a big save to make, but you know, the one shot that looked like it was going in by Caples hit the post. So, other than that, not many real opportunities for either team.
It looks like, I think it's Miguel checking into the game, and out comes, I can't quite tell. It might be Dresens.
I think it might be Johnny Golden.
It might be Johnny Golden or
I think
Dresens.
it's both. So
both. So I think someone new checked into the game that we might have missed.
yeah, we'll figure that out for you. I think it might be
Garrett Spooner.
Yeah, Garrett Spooner comes back into
Garrett
the game.
Spooner and Miguel replace the 2 wingers in Golden and Dresens, and Chris Nunn shifts up to striker. And now Prince, as you can see, he's out in midfield now, who used to be the left winger. Nunn gives it to Mac. And a little bit pass behind Chris Nunn. Andrew Zhao is going to run onto it, but never mind. He backs off for Johnson. Johnson's going to force this one out of bounds, and AB saves it, but Johnson takes a very tactical play there from Johnson, as he's going to pass this one out to Nunn. Nunn with a bit of a wonky pass to Caples, but Sanji's going to take it. Takes a big touch. He's going to look for a teammate. He has some options. He plays it simple to Chen. Chen gives it back to Sanji.
Yeah, well, not trying to force anything, just trying to take what the defense gives them here.
This will go out of bounds. It'll be a Wayland throw. Sanji plays it quick to Caples. Caples has Chen over the middle calling for the ball, but he didn't get it. Caples sees Mac, and he does play it to him, but a wonky pass, and Caples, he can't believe it. He shakes his head. You can see his frustration.
Yeah, we can clearly see Wayland's plan is to try to just switch it quickly to get the AB defenders on their heels and then try to get a good ball into the box to get a finish, but so far hasn't been able to work.
AB now inside the Wayland 20 for this throw-in. Just played to AB. AB switches the field to Morse. but Sanji takes a bad touch in the middle, and you cannot afford to do that. He does win it. Caples, now a counterattack for Wayland. Miguel takes a touch. He plays it back to Caples. Caples, great touch to Nunn. Nunn is through. Can he get there? He cannot. He takes in bad touch, and this will be a
corner. I believe.
I think maybe it wasn't
like,
as bad of a touch as we thought.
I think it was number 8 for Acton-Boxborough, who will be Aiden O'Sullivan, who is a junior who took the touch there, not Nunn. So Wayland with another chance here to see what they do with it. And they bring up Johnson from the back line up to the top of the box. You know, obviously a tall guy who can get his head on the ball. Shown it so far today.
And Nunn just messes up that goal chance, but Caples is going to throw this one in. He gives it to Prince. Prince gives it back to Caples. Caples to Spooner. Spooner to Mac. Mac takes a shot, and it's a routine save, but Chris Nunn, another goal-scoring opportunity right in front of net. Not offsides this time, just off target.
Yeah, that was the rare mistake we've seen so far from goalkeeper Jack Hudson, number 1, a senior. Could have been a goal-scoring opportunity, but Nunn wasn't able to get it in.
And didn't get his hands on it. He got his hands on it, just couldn't bring it in to catch it. He popped it out in front, and that allows Strikers. And Strikers, they've got to follow through on the shot. That's why they had a goal-scoring chance, and I know next time he'll capitalize on it. There's a foul called. And
I think it'll be Whalen, maybe a high kick there. I believe that was number 5, Alex Dushin, defender, junior. So Whalen staying in the AB half so far in this first half, Gabe, and with, a little less than 20 minutes left, would love to punch one in before halftime.
Caples, he's got a big leg, and he's going to boot this one into the box here, it looks like, and he does. It's going to go through all the players, and then Jack Hudson runs onto it. He's quick off his line, he is, as he routinely picks that ball up, and he's going to punt this one up the field. Here's Johnson. He's going to get his head on it, a wonky header, but Sanji makes a great pass to Chen. Chen, he knows it was a bad pass. He says it's his fault, and Sanji can't really do anything about it. He's fighting, and it'll be Acton-Boxborough ball. Sanji showing a lot of effort there. He lost the ball, and he just kept going, being a real pest.
Yeah, so far, Gabe, it looks like Whalen's really out-hustling Acton-Boxborough, which is why they've kept up their end of the possession so far. It looks like they've had the ball for pretty much the whole half here so far. So let's see if Acton-Boxborough can put them on their heels.
And here's Crawford, who really touches the ball for the first time this game, feels like. And Crawford's going to throw this one out to Spooner. Spooner takes a great touch. He's going to take it up the field. He's looking for options. He sees them. He finds Nunn. Nunn trying to run onto it, and he might be able to. He's fighting for it. It looks like AB will win it, the center back, and that's going to be a foul on Chris Nunn, I think. Yeah, it looked like a foul. Miguel from the
on the other side of the
Warriors
field, he didn't seem happy.
did not like that call, but maybe it was a little bit too physical for the ref's liking. As Boxborough.
Booming kick there by Acton-Boxborough defender number 15, Tristan Palazzo, who's a senior.
As Garrett loses possession there on the sideline, giving Acton-Boxborough the ball. Zach was going to just let Crawford pick it up, and he does. He has Sanji out wide, and he does play it to him. Sanji has a lot of space. He's got tens of yards in front of him. He sees Miguel on the wing. Miguel calling for the ball. Sanji does not give it to him. He finds his saving grace in Chen. Back to Sanji, to Zhao. Zhao going to play it simple. Back to Crawford. And Crawford's pass is intercepted by 13. And now Zhao's going to chase this ball down. It's going to be out of bounds and a Boxborough ball.
Yeah, big throw there by number 13, but play was stopped. We don't exactly know why. Ref holding for substitution there. And Dresden's will come back in and replacing Chris Nunn, who's had a couple opportunities so far. Dresden's obviously one of Whalen's top finishers, a senior. See if he can put one in the back of the net.
Dresden's one of 3 senior captains. Obviously, you mentioned Chen, who is playing midfield, and he's been all over the field here, really setting Wayland up for chances all throughout this game. And then Jackson Dresden's a target man. He plays striker, and he's really fast. He's a real threat to score goals in any given game. And then Johnny Golden, who is also a winger, and he's really, really good at soccer, obviously. And we haven't said his name too much, but he's been out there and he's been competing. And as Sanji,
Yeah, and Gabe, early on, it just, looks to my eye that Acton-Boxborough seems to be rushing a lot more than Wayland is. Wayland seems to just be, content with passing the ball around the back and building up slowly, rather than Acton-Boxborough, who haven't had many chances.
Spooner wants a handball. He does not get the call. He's going to try to juggle it. He's going to cross it in, and Acton-Boxborough will intercept that one and kick it out. Here's Mac. Mac controls it. McDonald, he's going to lose it to Acton-Boxborough, who plays it in the center. Number 13, who is Larry Meng. Now Prince switches the field of play to Sanji. And again, if you're just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland Varsity Soccer. Acton-Boxborough visiting the Wayland Warriors. It is currently 0-0 with 14 minutes left in the half. As Prince,
and a brilliant ball in by Prince, and it'll go over.
And Garrett Spooner can't believe it. He's on the ground shaking his head.
Yeah, and Prince, clapping, letting his team know. A good opportunity there for Wayland.
And now Wayland's really just been knocking on the door, and they've had Acton-Boxborough on their heels all game. Really, Acton-Boxborough have really had one legit chance, and it was a corner. So, really just shows how dominant Wayland has been in this game.
Yeah, and Gabe, as we know, pressure breaks pipes. So if Wayland keeps attacking and putting AB on their heels, it's not going to be long before they get one through.
And this is off. Sanji wins the ball. Miguel's going to try to dribble, and he gets pulled down by Meng.
Throw in. Sanji will take it here.
And the sub, and Chris Nunn and
I believe that's Johnny Golden will come in for Luke Caples and Ryan Prince. So it looks like 2 seniors will come on for 2 juniors. Both Prince and Caples, played great so far. I believe Caples has played the whole game up till now. And with a little less than 13 minutes left. And a chance here, number 18, Alex Landry for Acton-Boxborough had a chance, but intercepted there by Andrew Zhao. And Nunn has the ball now on the sideline.
Nunn looking for a teammate. He's in an awkward spot. He finds Johnson. Johnson makes a man miss. He's going to switch the field to Sanji, who has tons of space. He's going to get challenged by Meng, and he plays it up the field. It's going to be to Dresens, and it's blocked. And Jack Hudson was way off of his line. He left the goal wide open. That was, I'm sorry to say, that was terrible positioning from Hudson. He's lucky his defender bailed him out there.
Yeah, no doubt there. And Dresens almost was able to put that through. But a great play there by the defender. I believe that was number 6, who is Kevin Morse, who's a senior, who got his foot on that ball and kept it offline. Otherwise, it could have been a clear and easy goal for Dresens.
Here's Sanji. Sanji plays it in the air to Nunn. Nunn tries to control a little bit hard, but he does. And he had an easy pass to Mac, who seems frustrated with that pass that Nunn just made. Now, playing it up the field.
Yeah, and again, just a giveaway by Acton-Boxborough. A clear pass up to number 16, who is Sam Schmuckler, who's a junior. But it's just offline, and the ball goes out of bounds, and now it's a Wayland throw-in. This has been the story of the game so far, with a little less than 11.5 minutes in this half. Acton-Boxborough just not able to hold on to the ball, and that's why Wayland's had, many more chances.
And Sam Schmuckler, you just mentioned, he is actually on the same club soccer team as my really good friend, Leighton Quinn, who actually plays on Wayland Soccer. He's actually currently injured with a shin injury. He's the only Wayland player that's out for this game.
Yeah, and we should say, Leighton, a key defender there for Wayland Varsity, so they're obviously going to struggle a little more than they would have without him, but you can see him on the sideline there cheering his teammates on. And he'll come in to number 18, who again is Alex Landry, but he hasn't been able to do much for Acton-Boxborough so far.
Johnson wins it again. Johnson has been superb today. Mack has pressure on. He clears it up the field. Sort of panicked there, seemed like. Something we haven't seen Whalen do a whole lot. Golden will turn it over, but it'll stay Whalen ball as Meng hit it out of bounds. Sanji, the left back, will take this throw.
Yeah, and they've kept Sanji, who's a sophomore. They've kept him in for pretty much the whole game. I believe the whole game so far, Gabe. That shows the type of confidence they have in him, or maybe it just shows how much they're missing Leighton Quinn, who I believe is a regular left back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is too. Again, this is the first game of the season, so this might not be the lineup we see every game. Coach Gavron, he's all about making adjustments. And it's not even just on the soccer field. It's in the classroom too. If your grades aren't staying up, guess what? You're not playing in this next game. So all these guys, we might not see them again in these positions that they're in right now. They might get switched out as easy as that. Coach Gavron is all about the new stuff. He's all about starting new players, giving them a chance if they deserve it.
Yeah, really emphasizing the student part of student athlete there, Gabe. He wants his players, even go so far to tell them they have to sit in the front of the class. So he really wants his students to take their academics as seriously as they take their athletics. And a good example for, all the kids on the team.
As Nunn was pulling Meng's jersey there. And now Morse will kick from a little, just a tad below the 50. Morse, hand up. He's going to play it in the box. That's the sign, and he does. Johnson's going to look to get ahead on it. He doesn't. And Crawford makes a routine catch.
Yeah, so far, that's the only thing I can really remember Crawford having to focus on, and that too not much a routine catch there for Whalen's goalkeeper. So let's see if he gets more action as this game goes on, or if Whalen keeps the pressure on. AB as Chris Nunn goes up the sideline after another giveaway by Acton-Boxborough. Plays it into Caples to Golden, who gives it back to Mack on the sideline.
Mack will give it to Caples here. Caples, a little short of the 20, gives it back to Mack. Mack going to see Golden in the middle, and he will not play it. He'll play it to Caples instead. Caples will kick it up the field. Nunn is there, and Nunn is offsides again. The second time Chris Nunn is offsides. Coach Gavron's going to let him hear it either at halftime or when he comes off, because he's got to watch his line. Yeah,
no doubt, Gabe. Second time, as you said, and both of them you can really say have been on goal-scoring opportunities. Obviously, AB had 4-1 on Nunn there, but a good ball by Cable to try to get it over, but Nunn was just a tad behind the defense.
And he's the target man. Nunn playing striker for this team right now. He's the target man. He's the guy that he's going to look to get goals. He's really the main goal scorer on this team at striker. And obviously other positions can score, but it's just the easiest when you're the striker. So you got to be a really good finisher. So Nunn really got to watch his line to stay in position to score those goals.
Yeah, no doubt. And I believe a foul on Whalen there. I don't know what it was. Cable seemed to think that it was a Whalen free kick, but backed off after we realized that it would be AB possession as they take a throw in now from around the 50-yard line with exactly less than 7 minutes here so far in this first half.
And now that is Zhao who's going to hit this one with his head
I believe
out of
that
bounds.
was Chen.
It was Chen? Yeah, you are right, actually. My fault, my mistake. It was Chen. And now here's Dresden's. Dresden's plays it to Caples. Caples sees Miguel, but he's going to play Sanji instead. Miguel calling for the ball. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, he's had a couple runs up that sideline where he's expected the ball. Hasn't gotten it so far, but he's made his impact on the game by getting a couple passing triangles and trying to get the ball up that way.
Johnson just kicks this one out of bounds. Not what he wanted to do. He tried to get it up to Mack. Now, Whalen's going to throw this one up. It's going to be a great touch there, but Johnson sticks with it and he wins the ball. Acton-Boxborough wins it back, and then Zhao intercepts it. He's going to chase this one down, and Morse really sprinting up the field. He's going to touch it to Caples. Caples has got to play it quick.
Beautiful play there by Zhao. Had a Morse running straight onto him. Looked like he could get the ball if Zhao tried to play it up the field to Sanji. Instead, takes a nice backheel touch to Caples, and now the ball is up on the sideline with Ryan Mack, who will take a throw-in.
Mack to Dresden, who's calling for the ball. Dresden says Chen calling for it, but he actually plays it all the way up to Miguel, but Morse, who's been all over the field for Acton-Boxborough, really a stud defender for them. He makes another goal-saving play.
Yeah, and AB again, just a turnover after turnover. That was their captain there, number 10, was Cameron McKnight, senior. And that's really the reason they haven't gotten really any opportunities, because they are unable to keep the ball so far.
Here's Jack Hudson. He's going to either punt or throw it, distribute it, really, to his teammates, and he does. Miguel's going to win it. He's going to pop it up into the air, and he's going to win it again. Miguel trying to chase it down, and he does not. Just not quick enough. Sanji gets the ball. He makes a move, and he's going to switch this play to Mac. Great play from Sanji, the sophomore, showing great potential for this Wayland team.
Yeah, no doubt. He's played great so far, and we've just passed the 5-minute mark in this first half. So, both teams, they really want to make their mark on this first half. They need to push it as AB gets the ball up. That's Alex Landry, number 18, who makes a cut.
And it's a save by Crawford. A big save. He went near post. Crawford wasn't falling for it.
Beautiful save there. The only time he's really had to do anything. Wasn't a screamer by any standard, but obviously kept a goal out.
Great save from Crawford. Really hasn't had to do much at all this game, but glad he was on his toes to make that one, as Golden loses possession in midfield, which is something you, as I said earlier, not really supposed to do. And now Boxborough is going to try to play this one up. Sanji's going to make control, and he does. Great play. Miguel, great touch into the midfield. Miguel switches it with the out. Great ball.
Beautiful ball there.
To Mac. Mac's going to play this one in. He sees none. Number 8 controls it, and he's going to get it. He's going to try to lay it off, and he does to Golden. Golden to Sanji.
And Gabe, I know the ball didn't reach none there on the cross by Mac, but you saw him trying to slow down, doesn't want that third offsides. That's how you learn from your mistakes there. And Nunn trying to put one in the back of the net before this first half ends. And Chen will keep possession.
Chen, he's going to shoot left foot. He doesn't get control of it. And Jack Hudson, really, and he is scaring the Acton-Boxborough students and fans.
Yeah, no doubt. And Hudson early on seemed to have, he was corralling the ball great, but a couple chances here early on where he's almost given Wayland second chances.
And I feel like I know what Coach Gavron is going to have his team do in the second half. I think the adjustment he's going to make, he's going to want them to take as many shots as possible, because clearly Jack Hudson has not shown that he has the hands to catch these balls. He's showing he doesn't have the ability to suck in these balls.
No.
Like Michael Crabtree did in one of those NFL games. But he clearly has not been able to corral any of these. And it's showing, as Wayland has almost scored a lot of goals from these opportunities.
Yeah, no doubt there, Gabe. And
Crawford is going to get the ball here.
And just to point out, on the far side of the field, we saw Ryan Prince come in for Jackson Dresden's as a substitution. Just wanted to make that clear.
He'll be the right winger now, as Sanji's going to look to find him here, but ball a little too far. Jack Hudson gets it out to left back. Prince is going to try to corral it. He can't. Johnson's there, though, and he'll roll out of bounds, and it'll be Wayland ball. Johnson going to take it. He's going to throw it into Mac. Mac's going to lay it off for Chen, maybe. No, he doesn't. He's losing it.
2 minutes here left, Gabe, in this first half.
Yeah, let's see. Wayland.
And the clock is stopped. Don't know why that is.
The clock is stopped probably because it's extra time, I'm guessing. That's just a guess. I have honestly have no idea. But
yeah, I believe varsity does play extra time here.
As Chen's going to be at the 40. Pass it back to Golden. Golden, nice simple plays to Charlie Johnson. Johnson to Mac. Mac's going to find Prince. Prince lays it off. Great play. Great play from the two on the wing. And now Mac is really out of position. Prince is going to have to fill in. And now Crawford will easily control this one. He has Sanji across the field, and he gives it to him. Sanji, easy control there. He sees Miguel. Miguel calls for the ball. Sanji won't give it to him again. And now Miguel actually gets it from Nunn. He's going to give it to Caples. Caples back out to Sanji.
Yeah, and we don't know when the ref's going to call time on this half here. So, Wayland's might need a little more urgency here if they're trying to get a ball in.
And Chen, perfect ball to Mac, but he trips. He trips and falls. He's way out of position. And now it's a 2-on-1. It's a 2-on-1. Johnson needs to get back, and it is
The
the end of the first half.
first half here.
All right, we're going to...
No, offsides, I believe, actually, Gabe.
Oh, it
was
is
called
offsides.
there.
So,
Little confusion.
if you guys are wondering, we cannot actually hear the whistles on the field, so
Yeah.
it's kind of tough for us to know what's going on. All the players stopped. We thought it was halftime, but play does continue in this first half, and Chen finds Zhao. Zhao switches the field to Mac.
And I believe that
That will be
halftime there.
That will be halftime.
So
We're
a
going to take a
0-0
break.
tie
0-0.
for Wayland and Acton-Boxborough. And
We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. Don't go away. We'll be at half. We'll see you in the second half. Well, welcome back, everyone, for the second half of Wayland Warriors versus Acton-Boxborough Colonials. You are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland boys varsity soccer. And it's a 0-0 game, tied, but Wayland really has been pressing Acton-Boxborough a lot more than Acton-Boxborough has been pressing Wayland. It's been really pretty much all Wayland. The scoreline doesn't show it, but Adityo, how do you think they can take the lead in the second half?
yeah, Gabe, like you said, Wayland, if I had to, obviously we don't have the official stat, but if I had to guess possession right now, I'd say around 65-35, maybe even 70-30 in Wayland's favor. They've kept good control of the ball. They've had, I would say, two main chances. Obviously, some calls have gone against them as play starts here in the second half. But I think they just need to keep with what they've been doing, and we saw, later that the goalkeeper had some problems holding on to the ball. So, if they get a couple chances on him.
But I don't think it'll matter, though, because there's a new goalie in the game, and I believe it's freshman goalie, Maddie Smallars. Maddie Smallars is in the game. He's a freshman goalie, which is really unheard of. A freshman starting on, well, not even starting. He coming in on varsity is very rare. But
yeah, good pointing that out, Gabe, as AB seems to have two chances in the box early on. That's pretty much as they had in the entire first half, and that'll be a corner, so it might have a third here. Wayland needs to stiffen up here in the back.
I think Acton-Boxborough coach David Baumrader, he noticed the problem with the goalkeeper and he changed it. So that could be really good for Acton-Boxborough, hoping this goalie can catch the ball.
Yeah, no doubt, as a cross is played in. It's a good one, too, and
it goes out the back. It didn't even get into the field of play. Crawford looked like he was jumping, and I thought
that one,
I
called
thought
around. Those are
extremely
hard to hit.
Honestly, ricocheted off his hand, maybe, but luckily enough for Wayland, it's a goal kick.
And he'll go out, and Sanji will start again in the back. And, Gabe, it looks to me, other than really Garrett, who I believe is playing right back right now, they haven't changed their defense, if at all. Neither has Acton-Boxborough. They've really only made any small tweaks to the midfield here and there, rotated pretty much the same players in and out. But, there were a lot of players who haven't come in yet, such as James Gurlow, I believe, has not come in to the game yet. Neither has Nicky Capadia or obviously Leighton Quinn, who's injured.
Yeah, Andrew Medeiros hasn't seen the field either.
Yeah, no doubt. Sorry, took a while there to call up their roster, but the point is that Gav seems to trust the players that he's most familiar with more than so any newcomers onto the team.
And really, why shouldn't he? They've been playing great together so far. It's been all Wayland, despite the scoreline showing 0-0. It's been all Wayland so far, as Spooner will get the ball on the right side. He's going to play it to Nunn, a little bit behind him, and Nunn could not recover, unfortunately. Poor pass from Spooner.
Yeah, Sanjay attempted a strong tackle there, but Landry is able to get out of it, plays in a cross, and it's right to Johnson. That's a big thing Johnson's been doing is there's a collision.
And Caples is down. He's slow to get up. And this is not a good sign.
That could be a head injury there. He seems to be getting up now. That's a good sign, but wouldn't be surprised.
He landed on his legs. The Acton-Boxborough player landed on his legs, so Caples is going to try to walk it off, but would not be surprised if Gav pulls the trigger and pulls him out of the game.
Yeah, Gavron does not seem to be calling anyone now, so I think he trusts in his players' ability to recognize the severity of their own injuries. But if he does, Yeah, like you said, Gabe, wouldn't be surprised at all as the ball is played back to Johnson. And, Wayland, in the first half at least, was able to play from their back and get the ball up to midfield before creating chances from the flanks. And that's how they got most of their opportunities. And Acton-Boxborough was not able to get any, or pretty much any, because of their inability to hold on to the ball. Had a lot of giveaways. Now it seems like Wayland is doing most of that here with the first 4 minutes of this second half.
Here's Spooner on the throw. He's going to give this to Nunn, and there's going to be some sort of foul. I think Wayland will rethrow.
Yeah, I believe a sub was coming in, and as we talked about, Capels comes out, and Ryan Prince, who's seen a lot of action already today, comes in for him. So it doesn't look it's too severe. Capels seems to be able to run off the field. He's obviously getting some work done on him right now by, I believe, one of the trainers for Wayland. But, we'll see how that goes as Nunn plays the ball in.
But
Miguel is not able to get there.
Cannot get his foot on it. He's going to try to win it back, and he does. He's going to look for a pass here. Ryan Prince was calling for the ball, didn't get it. Sanji got it instead. Gives it to Chen. Chen looking to play to Spooner. He doesn't. That lane cuts off, and Johnson plays it to him instead. Now Prince checks in for the pass. He's going to give it back, but Jackson Dresden's.
And just noticing, you see Crawford on the other side of the field, no one near him, playing way out of the box, almost at the 25-yard line, telling his team, different things that they can do to give him a little more insurance.
And Johnson's going to play this one. It looks like it went off. It looked like he got a little bit of a contact.
Dresden's is holding, the groin area. Might be a little injury there. Wayland, obviously he had to take Luke out, who's flexing on the sideline, trying to, flex out his injury. But Dresden's now still seems to be a little shaken up. Let's see if that. Keep our eyes on that as AB takes his goal kick.
And this will go over Johnson again, first to touch it. Johnson's really been playing all over the field on the defensive side of the ball, getting every single punt from the goalkeepers.
Gabe, no doubt, the two guys that me and you have said their name the most is really Charlie Johnson and Ben Chen. And obviously Ben Chen, a captain, he's just been all around the field. But Johnson has got it, especially on those high goal kicks that Hudson made in the first half. AB's first goalkeeper, as Johnson kicks it out of bounds. I believe he was trying to get the ball in the box. But on those high booming punts, Johnson was the first to get his head in the ball. Obviously being a taller player helps with that, but that's just a lot of effort that he's shown. And that's why AB hasn't really been able to manifest anything in the Wayland half.
Now Boxborough is going to take this goal kick, and it's going to be to Johnson again, but Johnson this time doesn't win it. It's another player.
It's AB's captain there, who is number 10, Cameron McKnight. And he gives it to number 7 now with the ball, who puts it in. Number 7 hasn't had his name called yet much today. Robbie Betancourt, who is a midfielder and a senior. Acton-Boxborough tries to put one in from long distance. And it sails wide left, and Jay Crawford will take one of very few goal kicks so far for Wayland.
Sanji dribbles it up the left sideline. He's got Nunn physical with the defender, but he passes it back to Zhao. Zhao has Spooner, but he's going to find Johnson. Johnson to take this one up, gives it to Spooner. Spooner back to Johnson. Johnson to Zhao. Really just playing it simple. Wayland not trying to get too fancy because it could cost them a goal.
Yeah, Gabe, we've seen this pretty much the entire game. Wayland just not panicking in the back, and there, a little bit of a reach there by Sanji, gives the ball to AB as Johnson forces
a throw in for Wayland.
A Wayland throw. Great play by Johnson just yet again. And you see Dresden's there, number 5, who seemed to be a little shaken up after something, puts the ball up, tries to reach Nunn, and he adjusts to get the ball. See Dresden's there with the armband for being a captain. Both Chen and Dresden's are wearing that, as well as Wayland's other captain.
This one plays in. Miguel can't quite get there. Spooner is the bit off on that one. And Miguel tries to save it, and he does. And this will be a corner. A corner. Miguel, great play from the new student for Wayland, wins it for them. And now Nunn will take the corner. And again, as you mentioned earlier, DT Johnson gets into the box. He's definitely the tallest.
And short to Sanji, who tries to put one, may have been on goal, and that'll force another non-corner here for Wayland. And Gabe, with almost 30 minutes already left in this game, a little more. What do you think? We talked about it after the half. What do you think is holding back Wayland from putting one in the back of the net and taking the lead here?
It's really got to be the finishing. Their finishing's got to be more on target. They've got to crash, especially with this new goalie, a freshman too, might have a little inexperience compared to the previous one, so maybe a little easier to score on. There's a reason why he's the backup after all. So I think if they get more shots, if they just finish better with more composure, I think they'll definitely go up in this game, as this one's cleared up. Dresden's is going to pressure it, same with Nunn. It's going to be a 2-on-1, and Acton-Boxborough player evades it nicely. And they're going to play it around in the back.
Yeah, I haven't seen Acton-Boxborough do that much as a slick play there by number 7, Robbie Betancourt, with the back heel, but that's really been what Wayland's doing, and that's really why Acton-Boxborough hasn't gotten as many chances, because of their inefficiency, I should say, in the back line.
And a bad pass from Zhao. He's forcing it, and this will be back to Crawford. And Crawford, nice crisp pass to Spooner. Not panicking at all. And now Dresden's will try to get this one, and it'll be rolling out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, and exactly 30 minutes left here, Gabe, as we talked about in this game. And it's, both teams you can see are tired. Acton-Boxborough has less substitutes as they make one here. Both Alex Landry and Larry Meng come off, both seniors, I believe, for Acton-Boxborough. But yeah, both teams have stayed pretty much the same throughout the game, have rotated the same players in and out, and fatigue starting to set in.
Dresden's gives it to Nunn, off Nunn's foot, and Boxborough will win it there, but there's Sanji again, making a great play on the ball. He's going to make a man miss. Great move from Sanji, the sophomore. He's going to give it to Spooner, but unfortunately the ball was a little short. Here's Chen.
Yeah, Gabe, have to say we've talked about Chen and Johnson here today, but Sanji, I know he's a smaller player, has played great as AB takes possession again, and that'll be a foul on Johnson, I believe. And
the ref did not blow the whistle.
Did not play.
You got to play the whistle there, and
yeah,
unfortunately,
both teams seem to slow down, anticipating a whistle. As Miguel, a slick ball behind to Golden, and he'll give one back to Miguel as he turns, has a chance.
And it's a save, a great save from the freshman. Actually, I believe it hit the post. That's the second time that Wayland has hit the post in this one. First Caples, and now Miguel.
What a two-man game there, Gabe. You saw between Miguel and Johnny Golden. There were 4 AB defenders around, and they just tricked him, played with them until they could get a shot off Miguel with a spin.
Miguel now comes off the field for Caples, so Caples glad to see he's okay. He's back on the field, and Miguel, after a great chance, getting high fives from all his teammates on the sideline.
Yeah, and you see Caples, skipping around, testing out that leg, just seeing where he's at. Hard pressure there by Golden, sprinting up, and that'll force the AB kicking it out, and that'll give Wayland a throw in, as I believe that's Andrew Zhao, who's just trying to make something happen, and that'll be a giveaway, and it'll put it middle to number 16, who is Sam Schmuckler, as AB now gets possession. And Gabe, I have to say, I think it's been more, AB-centric, I guess you could say, in terms of the second half. They've had a good share of the possession, maybe closer to 50-50, unlike the 65-35 Wayland possession that it was in the first half.
And here comes Fred. Fred comes in for Chris Nunn, and he's going to play striker here.
Yeah,
Fred, the first year he's playing Wayland varsity soccer. He used to play golf. He was on the varsity golf team, so a well-rounded athlete there.
And you can see there, he's excited to get in the game. He runs onto the field, sprints on. Has much fresher legs. Don't believe he's played at all today. That's a big thing for Wayland, especially at a striker, to get a guy, who has that stamina.
Sanji with a great touch. He's going to fool around with it in the air, and it's to Fred. Fred, he lays it off to Sanji, and he plays it out to the wing to, I believe that's Golden. Golden Spooner calls for the ball. Golden tries to get it to him, but doesn't. And this ball will roll out of bounds for a Wayland throw-in. Here's Sanji. Sanji, quick throw to Zhao. Zhao plays it all the way back to Crawford, and Wayland's going to try to reset here. Crawford signaling to his teammates what to do as he plays to Johnson. Johnson to Zhao. Zhao to Sanji. Sanji to Fred, and Fred couldn't quite get a foot on it. Caples plays a ball, great ball to Spooner. Switch the field.
Yeah, Wayland's done a lot of, cross-field switching, trying to keep AB on their toes, or keep AB, I should say, on their heels, and force chances into the making. But this one, B.
Spooner turned right into a defender there. Bad communication
10,
from Wayland.
AB captain Cameron McKnight will play it around, and the ball ends up on the sideline, and that should be a foul, and a hard one at that. Number 8, I believe, was the AB player who went down. Aiden O'Sullivan. Could have been Andrew Medeiros, who I believe is in the game for maybe only the first or second time, who committed the foul there. And
Andrew Medeiros is not in the game. I'm not sure who it was, but Andrew Medeiros, you can see him on the sideline there, anxious to get in his first year playing varsity soccer. His freshman year, I was actually teammates with him on junior varsity. He is now playing for varsity, but he's still young. He still has time to get in. And Crawford with a great play. He loses it. He loses it due to a collision, but Johnson saves a great chance, kicking it out of bounds. Great play from Johnson. And now I think there was a foul, actually. Johnson will clear it out. And this is to Golden. Golden's going to try to maneuver around. He sees Prince in the middle, and he gets it. Prince looking to switch the field. He lays it off for Chen. Spooner is calling for the ball. Johnson has it currently. And Spooner motioning for it, and Johnson.
And Johnson plays the middle of them.
Yeah.
Not a great pass there by Johnson, and that'll give it back to AB. And Wayland, it looks to my eyes, had way more turnovers than AB, in stark contrast to the first half. And that's why AB now has in Wayland's half again.
A great play there from Caples. Great defensive play to block it. And there's Dresden just clearing it out of bounds, which seemed like a dangerous attack from Boxborough. So a great play there by Dresden's really resetting the play.
Yep, and AB throw here, it'll be number 6, who is Kevin Morse, who we've said a couple times so far has had some runs in the first half. One of many few runs, we should say, for AB in their limited chances. But that's starting to change here, and it'll be up to Wayland to get back on the front foot.
Spooner with a hospital pass, but Johnson, great play to chip it up, but unfortunately no Wayland player gets onto it. But a really good play there from Johnson nevertheless, to really just get it out of that zone. As Caples gives it out to Golden. Golden looking for a teammate, and he does. He plays it over the top, but
Judson DiMaria there with a great header there to put it out of harm's way.
Now, here's McKnight. He plays it. And then this is going to go on the sideline for Morris, and Morris cannot catch up with it.
Yeah, I believe that's Golden, or who will give it off to Sanjay to take the throw. And that is Alfonso, who is a senior now, number 26, who's coming in for Garrett Spooner. And Jackson Dressens will come off as well. So Wayland's starting to deploy with, a little over 22 minutes left in this game. Starting to deploy, get deeper into their bench, we should say. Get some fresh legs out there. We saw Fred come in for the first time, and now Alfonso playing right back.
Crawford plays it to Chen. Chen is a man on. He finds Zhao. Zhao is going to play it out of bounds. He was rushed there. Great pressure from Acton-Boxborough.
Yeah, and Gabe, the word there is pressure. Wayland was applying the pressure in the first half as a substitution was made. Number 7, Robbie Betancourt comes off for number 19 for Acton-Boxborough. We haven't seen much of, I believe, Miller Lilly, who is a sophomore. But, as you were talking about, Gabe, the pressure right now is, Acton-Boxborough towards Wayland, in stark contrast again to the first half, in which Wayland, was applying, a lot of pressure, especially on that Acton-Boxborough back line. And that is a big reason why Acton-Boxborough will have another chance in a free kick at around the 21.
Now, Boxborough will look to whip this ball in. Cameron McKnight, he's going to be the player taking it.
Yeah, and Acton-Boxborough seems to know that this could be one of their big chances, so they put some extra guys in the box, and the ball's in the air, and
We missed. Acton-Boxborough looking for a hand.
Wayland wants a hand there.
Don't
Nothing was called, and Fred will try to maintain possession, and he does. Puts it up to Prince, and Wayland is on the fast break. Out to Golden on the flank.
Golden makes a defender miss, gives it back to Prince. Prince to Caples. Caples gives it out to Alfonso.
Alfonso, great positioning there as a right back to be up there for Capel trying to switch it, who lays a bad ball off to McDonald. And AB will try to push the ball up. Crawford, way out of position, gets there and tries to get it up to Fred. So a little bit of ping pong across the field there, but it ends up in Acton-Boxborough's new goalkeeper, freshman goalkeeper, Matty Smallars, in his hands. Now in Wayland's half is Acton-Boxborough.
Caples gets tripped up there. No call by the ref, though. They're letting him play, and Caples...
McDonald with a little bit of an aggressive tackle attempt there. No call. And now Judson DiMaria reciprocates the favor.
Donald. Now Caples with it. Caples keeping great possession. And he's going to get
Caples with a physical play there, keeping a much bigger Miller Lilly off on his back. Great possession there by Caples. And it'll be a Wayland throw around midfield as a substitution comes on. Johnny Golden will come out for Miguel, and Chris Nunn will come on
for Johnny Golden.
For Johnny. No, I believe 2 subs were made. But
now Fred gets the positioning, and he loses it. A great play by the Acton-Boxborough defender.
Oh, it was Prince who came off on the other side of the field. And that is, I believe, who Chris Nunn came on for. So those were the 2 subs as we get just below 19 minutes left in this game. Wayland gets possession back, and Nunn will play it to the back. Johnson has it at the Wayland 40.
And a physical play there. Mack also really physical, and he wins it. He's going to lay it off for Fonzo. Fonzo doesn't have anyone. Going to look to play it simple, but he does not.
Second giveaway by Fonzo there. And that'll give AB the ball. And they'll play it right back, and Johnson with a booming ball up.
Miguel looking to track it down. He can't. And Acton-Boxborough clears it out again. Zhao with a man on. Kyler Miera is on the chase down. Sanji sees him, avoids him, plays it back to Crawford. Crawford to Fonzo. Fonzo, great touch. Lays it off for Mack. Mack back to Johnson. Johnson looking to find a teammate. He does. It's Caples. And Caples sending Miguel. Miguel, can he track it down? He can't. Just not fast enough, but Wayland will get a corner out of it. Putting the pressure on, hoping for a mistake, but Acton-Boxborough stays composed and just forces a corner.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion there. Refs didn't make an immediate signal on, what the call was, but a corner, and it looks like Luke Caples will take it. And again, Wayland now loading up the box a little more than usual. And Sanji will be open short, see if Caples takes that option. Acton-Boxborough seems to leave him alone.
Play it in.
Nice
Miguel
ball
is
in,
there.
and Miguel.
Miguel just wide
Almost.
right. The header was close. Miguel's second goal scoring opportunity, and can't get ahead on it. Well, he can, but it just rolls out of bounds, just off target.
Yeah, Miguel, big part of a lot of chances here for Wayland, and that is no exception there. Beautiful ball in by Luke Caples.
Just really no one marking Miguel on that play in the box. That was poor defense from Acton-Boxborough, but unfortunately Wayland could not make him pay for it.
Yeah, and AB
McKnight
will try to do something as Fonzo with a brilliant tackle and will force a Wayland throw-in, which he will take himself. And a sub comes on. Believe that is
Spooner.
Yeah, Garrett Spooner. And
Fonzo
will come off on the other side of the field.
Garrett wants the throw in, and Mac will let him take it. Now Garrett will look for a teammate. Fred checking in. He gives it to him. Fred, great pass back to Garrett. And now a little triangle going on here, but Caples turns it over. But it'll be calmly set to Zhao. Zhao has a lot of options, and he gives a simple one, giving it back to Crawford. Crawford
plays it up the middle, risky pass there. But Chen, as he's done the entire game, makes something of it and puts the ball back in the AB half. Mac now lays it off to Nunn, trying to switch fields, and he gives it away. Had Sanji wide open on his left on the sideline, and that'll be a ball up, and that will be a goal.
A goal for number 16, who is Sam Schmuckler. Gives a goal, and Acton-Boxborough is on the board, 1-0 with 15 minutes left to go in the game.
And that is a pure example of how a Whale mistake turns into an AB treasure. That was a giveaway by Nunn, who had Sanji wide open on that left sideline, as I believe it was Fred will come off for Johnny Golden with just about 15 minutes left in this game. So yeah, Gabe, that's the first goal of the game so far. Brilliant ball up. Forget who gave it in, but like you said, Sam Schmuckler Jr. is the one who put it in the back of the net right by Crawford. Crawford didn't really have a chance. It was just a great ball, and it's 1-0. Let's see how Wayland responds.
Here's Zhao playing it out to Spooner, and Spooner a bit of an awkward pass there, and Johnson, great tackle, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball off of Schmuckler. Schmuckler whips it in, and there's Zhao. Great play by him. And then here's Nunn. Nunn trying to touch a pass to Morris. He can't. And now a drive by Boxborough, and it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for Acton-Boxborough. So another chance, could go up 2-0 here.
Yeah, and one thing Wayland can absolutely not afford to do is let that goal demoralize them, because that'll just give Acton-Boxborough way more opportunities. And really, with the time left in the clock, a little under 14 and a half left, they won't have, if Acton-Boxborough can build a 2-goal lead or above, Wayland won't have much of a chance. And I don't know who will be taking the corner here.
And now Acton-Boxborough whips it in. It's going to be right to, and it's in the box, and it'll be cleared out. No, it won't. Acton-Boxborough blocked by Chen. And a clear out by Sanji. Almost another goal for Boxborough, but a great play by Chen to block the shot.
Yeah, but overall, not great play in the back there by Wayland. That should have been cleared out way faster than it was. Lucky there that Chen was able to bail him out, like he's really done the entire game, Gabe.
Yeah, he's really kept control of it in the middle. Really, all I've counted, he's had 1 turnover in the middle. And now Wayland's gonna it's going to go out of bounds here, as it'll be a Boxborough throw-in. It's Morse. It's going to have it. Morse is going to throw it in. It's going to be down the sideline, but Sanji has none of it. Heads it up the field, and there's Johnny Golden using his body to control it, and he's going to give it forward for Miguel.
Miguel running full speed and almost got possession there. He's just played hard the entire game when he's been in, and a little bit of a struggle there on the sideline. Looks like AB will somehow retain possession. Great play there, and they'll switch it across the field, but it won't be enough. Crawford easily gets control, and with a little less than 13 left, Wayland will try to build a goal-scoring chance here and finally get one in the back of the net to tie this game up.
Now Wayland trying to play it through the middle, and they've kind of got to rush things. Time is ticking down, 12:30 on the clock. If you're just joining us, you're watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of boys varsity lacrosse. I'm Gabe Leckerman, and alongside me is Aditya Welling. And it's a 1-0 game. Acton-Boxborough currently holds the lead. Here's Johnson. Plays it to Chen. Chen to Chris Nunn. Nunn loses possession, gives it back to Chen.
And able to build that back up to Spooner on the sideline, who gives it into Caples, who is unable to get it to, I believe, Miguel, who's going for it, but Sanji gets it on the ricochet. He'll bring it up a little, give it back to Chen. See what Chen does with it here.
And here's Johnson.
And it
Motioning
looks
for
like
someone to make
Prince,
a run.
Ryan Prince will come to center field. See who he will sub in for. Has played mainly, obviously some mid and forward, I believe, on 1 or 2 occasions. So, and Caples now has it. He'll give it out to Spooner, who'll try to get up to Mac. And a great play there, number 15. Intercepts it, Tristan Palazzo, who has played pretty well already in this game. And he'll get back, and Mac, and another great play by Acton-Boxborough defender Justin Di Maria, who's had a great game as well. And Acton-Boxborough, you have to say, Gabe, you have to give that defense credit. Early on, a lot of pressure on them. They didn't break, and in this second half, they have closed the door on Wayland.
And now a kick out of bounds by Zhao. And it'll be Acton-Boxborough deep in Wayland territory. Could try to go up 2-0 here, and I know they want to.
Yeah, 2-0 here, Gabe, with, a 10.5 maybe left would really slam the door really on Wayland, and trying to go for a shot there. Crawford didn't have to go near it. And he will try to get the ball in play.
But I think a
timeout
called there by Gavron, who really needs it. Just under 10 minutes left to play.
Yeah, 10:21.
And now Crawford really needs to. Crawford, great awareness on that play, really. It looked like it was going in, but Crawford realized and gave Wayland possession again. But
and we'll sign off for this
small
small timeout.
And we'll be back
in
just a moment. All right, and we are back here as Wayland takes the field after the timeout. And they're going to look to tie this game up or maybe even win it with a little over 10 minutes left to play in this one.
Yeah, 10:21, Gabe. Wayland obviously using, me and Gabe actually didn't know timeouts were there in varsity soccer here, but can't guess they have many more, so that was Gav's real chance to talk to his team, get them to, obviously a lot of them are tired, to get them to calm down as Sanji tries to play a ball up to Miguel, but that is easily hauled in by Acton-Boxborough's second goalkeeper, who's played only this half, freshman, I believe only freshman on the team, Matty Smallars.
Now Golden looking to control it. He does, gives it out to Prince. Prince sees the run, and he doesn't get it, but he does now. None, and he's offsides.
And that's the third offsides call on None. And Gabe, I have to be honest, I really didn't see that one.
That was close. It could have gone either way, to be totally honest. I think the ref, though, does have a little bit of a better point of view than we do. So we'll trust him on this one.
But you can see Wayland, I believe Gabs told him this too, just in the way they're playing. They're trying to get the ball up and have usually has been Ryan McDonald, make runs kind of diagonally across and then have guys come to the middle for Mac to play in across. Obviously, he has a massive leg. They just haven't been able to hit Mac on those diagonal cuts. So now with
Sanji,
a little over 9 minutes left in this game, let's see if they can. Nunn with a great ball to Spooner, completely fooled.
Spooner plays it in, and he does catch it. Small R's showing ability to catch the ball, and now he will slow it down, really just trying to take time off the clock. Because in fact, if you're Acton-Boxborough, you're leading this game. You don't want Wayland to get any chances. You want them to have as little time as possible to do anything.
Yeah, time can't move fast enough, can it? If you're AB, and for Wayland, can't move slow enough because they're not a team that's going to rush into anything. They haven't done that whole game, but now as time winds down, under double digits, they already have to. So as Prince is unable to get possession, and Acton-Boxborough will for sure take this time on this goal kick.
And they are. They're walking around, and now, they're going to take their time.
Yeah, substitution there. I think it's Landry, the goal scorer. No, it won't be. It'll be number 16, Schmuckler, the goal scorer, who will come off. I believe it was Kyler Mera who comes on for him.
There's some more showing great speed to the ball, and it's intercepted by Chen.
Chen just there in the right place, right time, bailing out Wayland. And I believe it was Nunn who plays the ball up. Miguel trying to get there. He keeps it in play, and
he falls over, and it's going to be a handball. It's not.
No,
it's actually going to be a foul, and he can't believe it.
What a hustle play by Miguel.
He can't believe it.
He keeps the ball in play. The AB defender seems to have plenty of time, to make a play with it. And instead, Miguel hustles back in front of him and forces the AB defender to push him down. And this gives Wayland really, Gabe, with a little over 7 minutes left, maybe their best opportunity is Nunn. Puts a ball in. It's headed up in the air, and it's headed out of trouble. As Zhao puts the ball back in, Prince will try to put one in. Wayland has numbers. And Caples,
and he can't believe it. It's his second chance to score. He hit the post earlier on in
But
this
they still have
game.
possession here. None on the edge of the box.
Caples looked around there.
Ball's played high in the air, and it's right to the AB goalkeeper. And Gabe, like you said, Caples mad with himself because he knows that was a big chance for Wayland. Beautiful ball by Prince. And Caples had that ball in his head. Maybe 2 touches could have put that ball in the back of the net.
And now Sanji with it, and he's going to play it up to Miguel, but there's going to be a whistle, and Caples is pretty upset about it. Had his hands up in the air, and it'll be Acton-Boxborough ball.
Looks like Ryan McDonald's getting ready to come in for Wayland. So Wayland bringing out their big guns. 6:15 left in this game, and Wayland needs a goal to, I believe, force either pens or overtime.
It will be just a draw.
A draw for Wayland if they're able to score here. Try not to open the season in their first regular season game with a loss, as Johnson gets a header and Chen gets control.
He's going to send it to Miguel. Miguel using all his energy, and he sprints, but he cannot get it. It'll be
a corner
kick, and Wayland has another opportunity to get a goal here.
And Gabe, you really have to give credit for this corner again to Miguel because, AB, if Miguel wasn't hustling his hardest, there were 4 defenders there who had their time to take a touch and kick it back out. But because Miguel was chasing with such intensity, they had to kick it out. That was their only option, and they'll give Capel the chance to put a ball in. Looks like a good one.
Oh, and it's saved. A brilliant play, right place, right time. Judson Di Maria blocking the header, and that could have been dangerous. Great play.
And I believe another corner now for Nunn. Don't know what's happening. AB seems to be protesting to the ref. But 5 minutes left in this game. And, Wayland, these 3 chances they've had so far, never know if they might be the last. Nunn getting ready to put a ball in. Puts one high in the air, and it's headed out. Nunn seems to have time to get back to it. And does. Makes a great move. But tries to take on 2 defenders, and it just won't work. And AB is back.
And it's a breakaway, but Jake Crawford playing high out of his net, and he makes a great play. Here's Spooner. Spooner gives it to Prince. Prince with a great turn. He's going to try to find someone. He does. Finds
Johnson.
Johnson, but time is running out. Whalen's going to have to go upfield sooner rather
Less than
than
4.5 here, Gabe, and Whalen needs to make their move.
Here's Caples. Caples plays it in, and it'll be won by none, but cleared out soon after by Boxborough. Boxborough plays it up the field, and this will be a foul called. There's no way the ref doesn't call that, but he doesn't.
He does not. I believe, Gabe, if you have to be honest, watching from here, that looked like a big flop by number 16, the goal scorer for AB, Sam Schmuckler. So good thing the refs didn't call that. Johnson barely touched him, and the ball was nowhere near him. And Johnson with the ball again, speaking of him. And less than 4 left, 3:45 in this game. Whalen needs a goal to avoid starting off the season with a loss. Caples at midfield plays the ball high in the air.
It'll be out of bounds.
It'll be out of bounds.
But that's really what they needed. Whalen needed to get the ball up, create as many chances as possible, hoping one of them hits the back of the net. So really, I don't blame Caples there.
Yeah, no doubt. And AB will take their time again. No fault of their own with this 1-0 lead. Try to shave as much as they can off this clock. And their goal kick taker, number 8, Aiden O'Sullivan, who I believe played pretty much the entire game, will boot the ball upfield. He has a big leg. Goes to midfield where, of course, Chen is there. And Chen will get back to it, but won't be able to make a play on the ball. Johnson trying to keep it out of harm's way. Schmuckler with great intensity there.
It's not Schmuckler, it's Alex Landry.
Alex Landry, sorry, yeah.
He, with great intensity, trying to get Charlie Johnson to mess up there, but Johnson too composed for it.
Sanji again with a great play, forces the ball back, but not a great pass.
This will be a corner here. This is a bad play from Sanji.
2.5 minutes left in this game, and that could be a killer. AB really no walking to the corner, no urgency there, nor should they have any. And
Ryan Prince going to take the ball, and he puts it down to the spot. Great play from Prince, making sure Acton-Boxborough doesn't waste any more time than they already are.
Yeah, and it looks like number 18, Alex Landry will take it, puts a ball in, and moves it out. But there is number 5, Alex Dushin, who I believe made the assist on the fast break goal for AB. And there's 2 minutes left. Clock stops here, so me and Gabe really, and no one has any idea when the ref will blow the whistle. So now or never it is for Wayland, as AB again makes substitutions. No one near taking the corner now. And now number 10, who is Cameron McKnight, is getting over there along with number 6. And they might just play the and
yep,
Kevin
they are.
Morris is number
and they're
6.
just going to keep it in the corner. Miguel is there to try and take it. It's going to be really difficult, and he does.
And he somehow does.
It's going to be a rough play there. And they're going to clear this one upfield. There's McDonald. Great play from him. Really need to get the ball upfield fast. There's Miguel popping it up into the air again. Miguel gets the ball on the ground now. And there's a great play from Johnny Golden, but unfortunately Miguel couldn't get it. Whalen's got to hustle. Garrett calling for the ball from the ball boy. He's going to throw it into Johnson.
Johnson needs to get this ball upfield. He knows that. He boots it far upfield and right to an AB defender, but it ricochets. Miguel has it right outside the box, tries to get to Prince. It won't get there. Nan with a chance.
And it's blocked. Great play there from Di Maria, blocking yet another shot.
And that could have been Whalen's chance there. They need to get back up. That won't happen on that play, but it's a throw-in. Sanji in. Chen back to Johnson. Let's see if Johnson has time to put one up there.
Garrett calling for the ball.
Johnson doesn't seem to have the time that he's playing with. Garrett tries to get a ball in, and it's right to AB. Misplayed and out of bounds. Garrett.
Spooner to Luke. Caples trying to make a man miss.
And Golden will try to get the ball back. Capel to try to get back to the ball. And he is playing with some recklessness there.
Great energy there from Caples, and you really love to see it, but unfortunately isn't enough.
And the ref has the whistle in his mouth. He is ready to call this game off. This might be the last touch on the ball made. Judson Di Maria will take his time.
And Johnson yet again winning another header, trying to get the ball upfield, and this will go out of bounds. Spooner getting ready to throw it fast. He does. Gets it up the field to Caples. Nunn plays it in. Golden.
Let's see if Golden can get there. He tries to.
And it's not
And it'll be
close.
a goal kick.
Golden is very upset, furious
And you
that
see
this wasn't a
Caples
penalty.
there with his head in his shirt. And, you know, Wayland is frustrated.
And a
Rightfully
loss.
so, and that will be the final whistle. A 1-0 win for Acton-Boxborough. And that'll be how it ends.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate game for Wayland. Really were pressing almost the whole first half. Really just took their foot off the gas. And you've watched Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland varsity soccer. I'm Gabe Leikerman. Alongside me was Aditya Welling. We'll see you next time. Take it easy.
Thank you.